In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about our learning management system, EDU 2.0. The Education Department uses EDU 2.0 just as other programs might use Moodle or Blackboard if you're familiar with those. But a learning management system is essentially an online classroom where professors or teachers can post resources, assignments, grades, discussions, and other aspects of the course for the students to use. All of our education professors use EDU 2.0, and when you first start in the program, I'm the one who creates your account, and I'm also the administrator of the learning management system. So if you ever have a question or an issue or you can't log in, you are welcome to email me at any time, and I will help you figure out what the issue is. There is a help feature where you can request for a username or a password or whatever issue you're having, but that email goes to me, so it just makes sense to go ahead and email me instead of going through the help feature. So in this video, I'm going to log in as a test student or just a fake account. I've enrolled the student in our course so that you can see what you should be seeing when you log in. So you'll see the same view that you will see, and I'm going to show you a few things that you might want to consider using and just kind of help you navigate EDU 2.0. It's fairly user-friendly, so you probably, if you've logged in and played with it, have already discovered many of the things that I'm going to show you, but since I don't see you in the classroom and we are online, I wanted to make sure you had a resource for your initial login and learning how to navigate. So I have the screen up. You're going to go to salem.edu20.org, and you're going to log in using your username and password that I sent to you through EDU 2.0. If you don't have this, then please let me know and I will get it for you. So I'm going to log in as a pretend student who is enrolled in our class. And I should be seeing the same view that you see when you log in. Now this student is enrolled in our class and I think one other old class. You may be enrolled in just our class, or you may be in another summer class, but you'll definitely be enrolled in classes as you progress through the program. Your professor does that. Some professors do it the first day of class. Some do it a week or so before classes begin. Some do it after the class begins. So it just depends on the professor, and you just wait for that to happen, and it will eventually, so don't panic if you're supposed to be in a class and you're not enrolled on EDU 2.0 yet. So when I log in, I see a screen that almost looks like a Facebook news feed where announcements are going to appear. We see two from our director, Dr. Long. When she sends an announcement, it goes out to everybody in our program. If your professor sends an announcement, it'll just go to the students in the course. I send a lot of announcements, especially when we're completely online, because I feel like I need to have contact with you. All of those announcements will appear in this news feed, and they'll also appear in your email. If you look over on the left-hand side, you'll see there are classes. That's where your classes should appear. They'll also appear in other places. For example, over on this side it shows things I have due, and I can click on my class there too. If there were an announcement from me over here, you would be able to click on the class here as well. So you can click on the classes in multiple places. I'm going to go to our class, and you see I haven't posted any announcements yet. I'm still working on all of that. But once I do, they'll show up there down the middle. I did make two pretend assignments so you could just see them, and then I'm going to delete them. And then your real assignments will show up when class is ready to begin. But you'll see that when you do have assignments, they'll be here to click on, and they're also over here under assignments. So if I click on assignments, I can see the assignments that I have to do and the due dates, and then I can also, see how much they're worth. But if I click on the actual assignment, it'll give me more information. So this is an example of an assignment that you would probably submit an attachment, like a Word document. To do that, I would click Prepare Answer, and then I can either add my attachment down here at the bottom, or I can type in the white space. It just depends on what the professor has asked me to do. There are different edit options. I can save it and submit it for grading, or I could save it and not submit it yet. If I save it and submit it for grading, well, I should put something in here. So we'll say I answered the question, and I'm going to save it and submit it for grading. I can go back to my assignments and see that I've submitted it, but my professor hasn't graded it yet. Once I grade it, it'll show back up here. So your assignment section not only has your assignments and where you turn them in, but it also shows your grades once your work is graded. So one thing that I add to my course is that I check that once I grade something, it sends an email to the student to let the student know it has been graded. And so you'll get an email, and then you'll be able to log on to EDU 2.0 and see the grade in the assignment section. Now if we go back to that assignment, you'll see there's a rubric up here. For me, I typically use rubrics. Not all professors do. But if I click on rubric, I can see how I'm going to be assessed. So if I'm the professor, that's where I'm going to provide the assessment, and then my student can see exactly where he or she gained or lost points. I'll always refer you to the rubric though, so that you know this is how I'm going to assess you. This second example of assignment is a discussion. So if you look right here, it has the little chat bubbles. That means that everyone is going to see your response, and that might happen if I want you to be discussing a reading or something that we do in class, and I want you to be able to see each other's responses. You won't see my feedback or the grade I give you, but it'll still you'll still be able to see what each other posts. So if that's the case, I can click See Discussion. There aren't any posts yet. Maybe I'm going to work on mine, so I'm going to click Post. And here I'm going to type my response. I might also want to attach something. Now this kind of assignment is different. There is no attachment button down here like the other assignment. But I can go over here to this Upload File image, and I can attach that way. So it would attach just like you were attaching something to your email. So again, it's this little picture of a paper with a folded down corner that allows me to upload a file. So if you don't see the attach button down here, you can go to that picture. So once I post my response, it's there and everyone in the class can see it. Then if I'm another student and I want to respond to it, I can hit reply and respond, just like you're on social media and you're commenting on each other's posts. If we go back to that assignment, you see this one also has a rubric. Again, you can click on rubric to see how you might be assessed. Now in our class, it's not a work on your own course, so we'll work as we go. But if you are allowed to work ahead, you come to your assignments and work on something, but they'll be posted as we go. Another place to look is resources. This is going to have everything that we're talking about. So if I post a reading or a link for you to visit, it'll be in resources for you. Another thing that I would want you to pay attention to is changing your password. You can come up to your name in the right hand corner and go to Edit in the right hand corner, and then click on Password, and that'll give you the ability to change your password from the just general password that I created to something that you'll remember. You can also change your profile picture there and other elements of your profile. So all of my classes are going to show up here. This main page when I log in also might have some information. If you look to the left on this main page, there are additional resources. This is where all of the files that you upload to EDU 2.0 will be housed. So if you ever need to get to them again, they'll all be there. Everything you've ever uploaded to EDU 2.0 should be in this uploaded file. So you see there are some examples of different times I've done this to show people, but there are some uploaded files and they'll all be there. But remember, if you're trying to access a specific resource for a course, you need to go to the course first and then click on resources, because those are the ones that are specific to the course. Okay, so if you have any questions about EDU 2.0, don't hesitate to email me. Hopefully this will get you started with using it, and then you'll become more comfortable as the course progresses.